The debate on this item, and now we pass to the debriefing by Mr. Vigenin, who chaired the joint AFET-SEDE delegation to Serbia and Kosovo. The delegation first visited Belgrade, where they held meetings with the authorities, civil society and international organization representatives, and then traveled to Pristina, meeting again the local stakeholders. The aim of the mission, coming after the progress reports on enlargement, was to see the developments on the ground, particularly in the relation and dialogue between Belgrade and Pristina, as the normalization of the relation is a key step in European integration process for both. The mission also aimed to tackle some important internal issues in view of preparation of our own reports, which have been tabled by the respective rapporteurs this week and will be discussed in AFED in December. Mr. Vigenin, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you also for your personal contribution to the preparation of this visit. We met you before the delegation went to Serbia and Kosovo, because there was just a few weeks before a delegation, the respective delegation for Western Balkans in Serbia and Kosovo. I think the timing of the visit was very good. First, because it was right before the progress reports of the Commission, but also more or less around the 100th day after the new government took office in Serbia, and just a few hours ahead of the visits of Clinton and Ashton, both in Belgrade and Pristina. So we were there a few hours ahead just to check if everything is okay, well prepared for their visit, and I'm sure that the messages we passed to our counterparts were more or less in the same direction. I'm not going into all details, because the report is the written report is being prepared, and there you will find many of the details. But I would like to say first that it was a very well prepared visit. We were able to meet all relevant actors, both in Serbia and Kosovo, with the exception of Mr. Nikolic, who was abroad. That's why we couldn't meet him. The general impression from our meeting in Serbia is that this government is really, despite despite our worries when it was formed about 100 days ago, that this government is ready to deliver. They are serious in their commitments. And the fact that they continued the dialogue on highest political level between Serbia and Kosovo is another proof that they're serious, that they will fulfill the commitments. This is something important, and of course they have an easier task because the main opposition party in Parliament now is a proved pro-European party, which will definitely not oppose any steps in fulfilling the requirements of the European Union, and will support the continuation of the dialogue between Serbia and Kosovo. It seems that the European integration remains a highest priority for this government, which was confirmed by the leaders of both main, but actually the three main parties in this coalition, Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister Vučić, and the Deputy Prime Minister responsible for European integration. They have the necessary infrastructure, let's say, in place. Some weaknesses were identified during the numerous meetings we had as regards the preparedness, the qualification of the new members in the administration on different levels, which was explained by the fact that the main party in the coalition was not in power for quite a long time, and the new people needed some time to get used to their new responsibilities and their new role. The same goes also for the opposition. For more than 3 months, they were, according to the information that we got, relatively silent, dealing with their internal problems. It seems that at this point of time, these problems have been solved, and by the end of this month, the Democratic Party will have most probably a new leader, new leadership, and will start its work as a constructive opposition in Serbia. One of the meetings that I would like to highlight is, of course, the one with the leader of the ruling party, the main ruling party, and Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Vučić, who had gave the impression of a serious politician. He's much more focused on delivering on commitments and much less on PR and media events. That is why on our invitation to visit European Parliament and to express and to show his ideas, commitments, intentions, he said, and I think all of us was impressed, that he doesn't want to come just to show that he's coming to Brussels. He wants to achieve some serious things, and then he's ready to come and report and inform us about these achievements. Another important meeting, which could be of interest for our members, is the meeting with, let me find the name, because I missed the name, but with Mr. Vukcevic, who is the war crime prosecutor. With him, he highlighted some important achievements of his office, and with him we've discussed a lot of very concrete issues related to witness protection, the difficulties related to it, also the issue of the organ trafficking, which remains one of the I'd say difficult and painful issues to be resolved, also missing persons and so on. Actually, this office has been created 10 years ago, and he said that at the beginning he did not expect that there will be so much work of this office. He hoped for a much quicker delivery, and still there are a lot of cases to be followed, a lot of people to be prosecuted, but the work goes on, and he was very dedicated to finish successfully his work. Of course, he couldn't give any idea how much longer this office should be in place. As regards the stability of the government, which at some moments recently seemed to be in the question, it seems that in principle there is good working relation between the leaders of the main parties in this coalition, and since the main goals are shared, it seems that this government is not under immediate danger. Of course, we'll be ready to respond to other questions. I'm not going in all the details. Would prefer to move now to the next stop in our visit. It was Gate 1 in northern Kosovo, which was a place where we were briefed by the EULEX mission. And then we made a brief stop in the KFOR forces camp in Novo Selo. We've discussed with both their role, the challenges in front of them. No need to go in details. At least I would say that the head of we met later on in Pristina, the deputy head of mission of EULEX, Mr. Andy Sparks. He indicated that maybe a better solution would be if the role of EULEX is strengthened, and EULEX could probably take also the responsibilities of KFOR in near future. that would probably make the overall structure and work easier, because, as he indicated, more or less the funding comes from the same sources. But of course, it seems that this is not an issue to be of an immediate. Is not an issue that has to be addressed immediately. This is was just one indication. What is more important is that Kosovo and Kosovo authorities seem to be encouraged by the feasibility study of the Commission, by the fact that they have now all necessary preconditions to start active work on visa facilitation regime. And this is seems to be something that on which they really want to deliver. If I can quote the Minister of European Integration, she said, "We understand that it becomes more and more difficult. The other countries in the region, in preparation for their visa facilitation regime, had much easier task with less indicators to fulfill. Now we have more than 100. But we are ready to deliver, and we take it as kind of a fitness program. If we deliver on all of them, it means that we are in good shape." So they do not complain, they're ready to work. On our quite optimistic view on the approach of the new Serbian authorities, I must say that the Prime Minister of Kosovo, Taci, warned us not to be over-optimistic, and since it's not the first time when governments in Serbia make promises, may take commitments, but at the same time are not that good in delivering on these promises. But still, he was also encouraged that the dialogue is starting. One issue, as a separate, I would like to mention is that the involvement of the Serbs living in Kosovo, both in the north and in the south, remains one of the crucial elements in the improvement of the relations between Kosovo and Serbia. We met the Deputy Prime Minister in the government of Kosovo, ethnic Serb, who explained about the progress that they have made, the fact that they now propose an increase of the quota for minorities in the Kosovo parliament to be increased by 2 members. And we were encouraged also when we met Deputy Prime Minister Vučić in Serbia that he was ready to meet the Serbian, the Kosovo Deputy Prime Minister from Serbian origin, and to discuss these issues, how Serbs can participate more actively in the political life and, of course, in the social life in Kosovo. Northern Kosovo remains a big issue. I'm not going into details here, but it seems that the model in which the Serbs in the south of Kosovo have been involved can be followed. That's a positive development that should be extended also to northern Kosovo. At least this seemed to be the natural way of solving that problem, but obviously that remains a very challenging issue because of the parallel structures, because of the fact that, as we were informed, Kosovo ministers are actually not able to go to northern Kosovo even if they try to approach the population there. And of course, northern Kosovo will remain one of the issues where we need to pay particular attention, take necessary steps to support all efforts to increase the confidence on both sides and try, as I said, to develop that relations and dialogue in a way which would make northern Kosovo integral part of the social, political, economic life in Kosovo. Well, maybe I should stop here. As I said, that was a very timely, very positive very timely visit, and we made a very positive assessment of what's going on, and at the same time we sent very important messages to our counterparts, underlining that now the way towards European integration is open, particularly for Serbia, but to a big extent also to Kosovo now with the work on the Stabilization and Association Agreement starting, which means that from now on, whatever happens is mainly in the hands of the authorities in Kosovo and Serbia, and it's up to them to deliver more quickly and to build on the good developments that we've seen in the last weeks. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vigenin. Now